Being Bobby being here, day 13 of the 30-day creativity challenge. Unlucky for some, but not for us, because I've got something very fun, I hope, planned for day 13. But first of all, let's look back over yesterday, day 12. Our challenge was to write a poem. And if anyone saw my previous video, they noticed that it was a video of me reciting the poem which I wrote, and that was called Struggle. Itchy nose. That's a struggle sometimes, to have an itchy nose. Anyway, the poem wasn't about having an itchy nose. It was basically in that moment of me writing the poem and then reciting it afterwards, I wasn't feeling too great in my mind. So I needed to get those thoughts out onto paper. And a lot of you may have been listening to that poem going, this sounds really dark, really deep. I thought this channel was about having a healthier, happier state of mind. Well, it is. Sometimes getting those negative thoughts out of your head and putting them somewhere, releasing them, writing them down on paper, whether it's a diary entry, lyrics, or poetry, doesn't matter if it's deemed good or not. It is a way of a psychological relief when expressing strong, overwhelming emotions. If you've heard the term a cathartic process, that is basically that psychological release of getting those sad, bad emotions, whatever you want to say, out of you. And I think that's a really important thing to do. So that was day 12. It really worked for me. It's not going to necessarily solve those issues completely, but in the moment when those thoughts do get very overwhelming and you don't know what to do, you can actually feel better for doing this, for writing those thoughts down in a creative way. And I definitely felt better after writing the poem Struggle and then reading it back. Because let's face it, confronting these thoughts and seeing these thoughts in front of you on a piece of paper, or watching them back after you've recited those words on a video, that's a really brave thing to do. It's one thing to hear it up here, it's another thing to make it into something you can touch, like on a piece of paper, or you can watch on a film. So that's quite a powerful process and quite a brave thing to do. I could completely understand if someone wanted to shy away from that. So well done to you guys that did do that, because there were a couple of other poems that went down like a similar road to mine, that cathartic process. So day 12 is done. Day 13 today. I want to see your doodle. And I know some of you may be thinking, how dare he ask that? I don't want to show him my doodle. Some of you may be thinking, I don't even have a doodle. Yes, you do. I want you to show me your inner doodle. But I want not just any doodle. I want you to doodle something only using shapes. So just in case, I was being silly with the word doodle there, but just in case you don't know what a doodle is, it's where you pick up a paper, a pen, or piece of paper, a pen or a pencil, and you just start drawing. But it's not like a well-planned sketch. It's not necessarily one thing. Usually it's quite abstract. So just whatever comes into your head. Only one attempt. Don't draft this. Don't make it look perfect. I just want this doodle to be natural. But with this one, only using shapes. It can be abstract, or it can be shapes together that make something, but don't make it look perfect, otherwise it's not a doodle. I don't want it to be a well thought drawing or a sketch. I just want that hand to go absolutely crazy I want you to doodle, 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 doodle something with shapes. Please, doodle.